guys, I'm Bethany.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is Looking for the Middle,
the Christian Girl's Guide to Modern Dating.
And here we are with another episode of CouchCast.
Woo-hoo!
Which, tell everyone what that is in case they weren't listening before.
Yeah, so CouchCast are our mini episodes where we don't have any notes, we don't have any prep, we just pick a random category or question that we've been asked and we talk about it for a few minutes and give you our thoughts and opinions on it.
Very unfiltered, shall we say. In
Which
fact,
is very fun.
We don't even know what we're going to talk about today yet because we took all the questions we've been asked, we put them in a bowl here, we're going to draw one out and go, which kind of makes me nervous a little.
I know.
It was my idea and I'm like, ah!
Like, regrets.
Okay,
regrets.
Ready?
Yes. Shuffle, 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 drum roll.
What is it? Flirting.
Dang it, this is the one I didn't want to talk about.
So,
I told Bethany, flirting, like, I mean, I was always called a flirt growing up, but you just flirt. Like, you don't. Or do you?
I've had several people ask me about flirting since we've started this, so that's why I put it on the list.
Yes.
But that's always my answer too is,
You just
I don't
do
know,
it.
you just flirt, right?
Yeah.
But there are different styles of flirting, so let's start there at least.
Okay, that's true.
Because you can be the super nice, giggly, always playing with your hair, hanging around,
Yes.
nice flirting person.
Yes.
Or you can be like, I think both of us, and the more I'm flirting, the meaner I
Yes.
am.
If I'm super sarcastic with
Yes.
you, there's a chance
The
I probably like
sarcastic
you.
flirter.
Well, and are we talking about, just for clarity's sake, because I don't even know the answer to this question, but are we talking about how, like, girls should flirt, or, like, how to pick up if a guy is flirting with you?
This is our show. We can talk about whichever one we want to.
That's true. We can do both.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with how do you pick up if a guy's flirting with you? What's the first thing you would notice?
I mean,
most of the time?
I just go back to kindergarten when, like, you knew if a guy was super annoying and mean to you, then he liked you. And in a way, I feel like that doesn't change. I don't think...
Well, that's what I was going to say. You feel like they probably grow out of that, but I don't think they do.
No, I'm 25, and I just don't think that that's ever going to go away.
No.
But yeah, I feel like guys, they mess with you, they joke with you, especially if they have a really dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that's... I like flirting that way, so, like, that's attractive to me.
Well, we know bantering is my love language,
Obviously,
so...
yes.
Obviously, I think guys tend to be more on that sarcastic side.
I think
across
so,
the
too.
board, because if they're too nice, then it just comes across as creepy if they don't really know you well. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
exactly.
Like, they have to be careful.
Like, I don't want
more
you...
careful than we do, I think.
Yeah, if you don't know me super well and you just start complimenting me all the time and being like, oh, this is super uncomfortable.
I don't know you like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whereas I'm joking, then there's this, like...
Well, it builds a rapport.
Yes.
It builds something to... I think part of it is it builds something you can talk about later. Mm-hmm. Kind of like you have this shared thing that we can talk about. I think that's another one, though, that I pick up on a lot from guys is when, especially if you're in a group, and they're, like, making sure to point out things that you two have done or talked about
That's
or, like,
a really
inside
good point.
Conversations or jokes, trying to kind of be like, hey...
I know her.
Yes,
or
better
I spent
than you
time
do.
with her.
Yeah,
that's a really good
that
point.
Flirting? Does that fall under flirting or
Sort of. I think it's like indirectly flirting. Is that a thing?
flirting adjacent?
Yes. But yeah, because I think, yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
What do you think about, like, body language with flirting?
I can be touchy.
Yeah. Do you think guys are?
No, I think they have to be careful.
I think so too.
It kind of falls under if they're too much that
The
gets
guy's too
creepy.
handsy.
Yeah, if he...
Not a good thing. Not a good thing.
I don't know. Shoulder, arm, whatever. I think that I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you touched my elbow.
Yes.
You like me kind of thing.
Oh, how girls' brains work. Oh my
At least
gosh.
that's, yeah. I think that... But I think guys, again, have to be more careful with that than we do.
Yeah,
Because
where
we
I
just
can,
think
like,
they're creepy.
playfully kind of, like, pat a guy.
Or it goes back to, like, when they're giving you a hard time, you're giving them a hard time, you're going to slap them on the arm.
Yeah,
or,
like
give them that kind of thing.
Loving punch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or
I
not
think
so
so.
loving if they take it too far, whichever you're... No.
Okay, so that's one thing we do. What other, like, different flirting styles are there? Or things maybe that we do?
Oh, gosh. I laugh a lot.
I was literally about to say, I laugh at everything they say.
I laugh at everything. And, like, my sister pointed it out one time when I was kind of talking to this guy, and she was around. I don't know what we were doing. Like, he was with my family or something, and we were kind of flirting, and I was laughing at I mean, if he said what he had for lunch that day, I was
It was
giggling.
hilarious.
And she looked at me like, what is your problem? And I'm like, oh dear, I've got to calm this down. This is so embarrassing. No, I laugh a lot or giggle or just like, I think if you exchange looks with a guy, even if you're not talking to him, like the nonverbal things, like if I'm looking at him, whether he's talking or not creepy, but like you're making a point and you like smile.
I'm looking at you.
Yes.
Especially if you're in like a group conversation.
Yeah.
And you're like talking to that person.
Yes.
Too, is one. You're not.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You're not just, eye contact is huge.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, and I think kind of like we've talked about with other stuff, guys are looking for straightforward. They're looking for clear. And so I think when we flirt, if we don't, we should.
Yeah.
Go for, hey, straightforward, clear, I am interested.
I am batting my eyelashes and
those are,
laughing at your horrible
contact
jokes.
And that sort of thing I think helps with that.
Yeah. What about, like, flirting when you're texting? Let's talk about this.
Well, don't you just put 30 emojis in the text and call it a day?
Well, that's true. Maybe.
No.
30 maybe a little much. But if you're using
totally
like
throw in the wink.
The wink is a classic. If you're feeling really bold and you want to do the little kissy emoji, like when you're comfortable.
I'm not that bold.
I would have had to be talking to a guy for a while before
it would have
to
be more official than just a little flirting.
Yeah.
For me to be like,
yeah,
no, I couldn't.
Yeah, but definitely the winky face.
Yeah.
For sure. That's
you have to be careful with the sarcastic flirting over text. Don't forget.
Yes.
I mean, I'm kind of joking, but kind of for real that doesn't translate.
No,
you gotta be nice.
If you're gonna like sarcastically degrade him, like make sure you put like a heart at the end
or the winky emoji.
Yeah.
An LOL JK doesn't always suffice with that.
No, not at all.
But two, okay, it's easier to flirt over your phone because you're not standing there. It's not awkward. You don't have to make sure they like respond to like.
And you have
don't let it replace.
Yes. You have so much time though to think of a response.
Yeah.
Too. I'm way wittier over text messaging than I am in person.
100%. And so are they.
Oh, for
so
sure.
so don't let it replace.
No, definitely
actual
not.
Conversation, communication.
Definitely
all
not.
of that.
Well, and I think another way that you can flirt is being like, again, you can't get creepy with it, but if you are complimentary, like I try to do that with guys. Like if I'm trying to kind of flirt with a guy or talk to him, I'll be like, oh, hey, I really like your shoes. Yeah. Or, I really like your jacket or something.
Kind of take it past just...
Yeah, I'm not
that first
be like, oh, you
of,
look good, but like I'm saying something specific that I like about what he's wearing or something
that not every person walking in would say necessarily. Yes. Kind of, I guess that's the biggest thing is you want whatever you're doing or saying, you want there to be a distinction between you and everybody else if you're really going to commit to it and go for the flirting.
Yeah, but you don't want to just blend in and be like, oh yeah, 4 girls told me they liked my hair tonight or something.
Yeah.
Not that, you know what I mean. So
or fill in the blank.
Yeah, get creative with it and like just
but be genuine though.
Genuine. Don't just come up with if he's wearing a hideous pair of shoes, don't tell him you like his shoes. Like be honest.
Or if you're me, you'd be like, why'd you pick out such an ugly pair of shoes and call that flirting too? I'm learning so much about why I'm single the longer we do this podcast.
Oh my gosh, that's so awful. No. Well, and I think it's something to say too if you're not a naturally sarcastic person, or if you don't really love sarcasm, if you're more either serious or he is, or maybe there's some sensitivity there, which is, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
everybody has different senses of humor.
Know. Yeah,
you've got to kind of figure out how to navigate that too.
Well, and it goes back to what we were saying. You just flirt. Yeah. You don't really. There's not necessarily a how-to.
No.
Which is, people, like I said, several people have asked us this.
Yeah.
And it is not just a cut and dry answer.
No, and I think the harder you try, the worse it's going to be.
Yes.
Honestly, just relax.
Relax. And it's easy to tell most of the time when someone's flirting back. Like, you're in a groove and you're like, okay, true. I'm not the only one here. So you'll figure out what that balance is. Pretty quickly and pretty easily, I think.
Yeah, but if he's responding well to it, then you're doing something right.
Yeah.
If he's not, then be aware enough to, like, cool it.
Stop. Yeah, if he's moving away, avoiding, not appreciating the sarcasm or the wit or the humor, and joining in, maybe stop. That's probably a good indication that you need to stop. But first thing I would say if you're looking for, like, okay, step 1, what do I need to do? Just be in the same place as him.
Yeah.
Not
We've
just
talked
at the
about
same
that
event.
before.
Be in the same part of the room. Be in the same conversations. Be in the same circles. And really, the rest of it will flow pretty naturally from there, I think.
Yeah, because if you're putting yourself in a position where you're around him and you're actually talking to him.
Right.
Because I think sometimes as girls, we want to put everything on the guy. If he needs to come find me, he needs to come strike up a conversation with me.
No.
He needs to ask me all the questions. No, you can go up to a guy and talk to him. You can be in a circle and like ask him questions. Or even like you said, even if you're just talking to the group, make eye contact with him while you're talking.
Yeah.
And just make it very apparent that you're paying attention. You know he's there. And you're acknowledging that.
You're showing you're interested. You're
Yes.
expressing interest in him. And the rest will go from there.
Yeah, I think so.
Does that cover it?
I think so. I hope so.
Cool.
If
Well,
not,
guys,
you're on your own. I mean, that's really all I've got at this point.
aren't we helpful? Oh my word. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of CouchCast. Hopefully we have at least not confused you more. Let's go with that.
Yeah, maybe we...
Flirting's a tough one to talk about, but we will be back, I don't know, in the next few days, next week or two, with another episode, and season 2 will pick up in February, and that's all for today.
We'll see you then.
All right, guys, I'm Bethany,
And I'm Kristen.
and this is Looking for the Middle.